Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Joy of Stick. Stickhead here with your Atari ST gaming channel, and today we're having a look at some arcade conversions. Now recently on the channel I did a top 10 arcade conversions, and you guys absolutely waded into the comments section below and reminded me of what a fool I am for missing out some really obvious ones, but also pointing me in the direction of some more absolutely amazing arcade conversions. So I kind of feel like we could almost do a top 30, but we're going to have a look at a few more of the best the ST has to offer. Now, first of all, before we start, special mention to Llamatron. Oh my word, I didn't feel I could include this on the original list. And I won't include it on this one either, but I do need to give it a special mention because it's just such a fantastic game. And it's sort of an arcade conversion, isn't it? It's Robotron basically, but do I dare say this next bit? It's better than Robotron. I mean, Eugene Jarvis is an absolute legend, and one of the greatest pioneers of arcades who ever did it. And Robotron is just a magnificent game, but it's extremely difficult. It's a really difficult game, and I'm sure that's why the arcade operators loved his games, because they were so punishing and so difficult, and they just completely swallowed your money. But Llamatron isn't like that. It's a really cool game, and it does get difficult, don't get me wrong. Much later on it gets really hard, but you can see in these early stages, you know, we're actually in with a chance of doing something. I think it's by about wave 5 in Robotron that I'm losing all of my lives. Anyway, Llamatron doesn't count, it's not on the list, but wanting to include it anyway. Now at the start of the original video I did explain that the ST's got a fair amount of dodgy arcade ports. The surprising thing is, diving into this list, there's just so many brilliant games, but I do feel I need to justify what I was saying there. My impression of poor arcade games comes from things like Outrun, Pit Fighter, Final Fight, Street Fighter 2, things like that, where I've absolutely loved the arcade and then absolutely dying to get it home and play it at home, and it's just been terrible. I mean, there's just 4 really bad examples there. But poor examples aside, here is an absolute cracker. This is Star Wars, produced by Domark in 1987. It's another one of those where you kind of think it shouldn't really be as good as it is. Oh, it's bombed. Standing by. Yeah, Star Wars is another one of those where you kind of think it shouldn't be as good as it is, really. The arcade original was just an absolute marvel in the arcades. I mean, I almost called it a high resolution display, but it's not, is it really? It's a vector display, and there's just no way really that any version in the home on a CRT or any other conventional kind of TV should look anything like the arcade. One, it obviously is a lot lower resolution here. Ow. They've managed to recreate the feel and the look of the game really well. I didn't shoot a single TIE fighter then. Terrible. But yeah, they've really done well at bringing the experience home. It's obviously mouse control. Now, if you've not seen the original arcade, it was like a big sit-down cabinet type thing with this like yoke to recreate the X-Wing flight controls. And as I say, you know, that fabulous vector screen, all creating this fantastic experience. But Domark here have absolutely, yeah, there you go, Death Star, recreated it brilliantly on the ST. It's just a fantastic little game, really, really cool.
Great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million.
And all the samples really add to it as well. And next up we've got Silkworm here, which is, was it 19... It's got 1988 there. Atarimania lists it as 1989. Maybe the arcade original was 88, I don't know. But here is a random access bringing us an absolutely fantastic conversion of this arcade game. It's just so much fun, so much fun. And it's a great game, great shoot 'em up, fairly standard shoot 'em up to be honest in one player. But it's where it really comes alive is the co-op mode. You get your friend to plug in their joystick in port 2, and they get to play as the Jeep. Now hang on, I've got a mouse plugged in, but if I click, I thought maybe clicking the mouse would get the Jeep to at least appear so you could see it. But yeah, as I say, this game just comes alive really in co-op mode, because the Jeep obviously is stuck, you know, it's confined to the ground. So whereas player 1 being the helicopter here, as you can see, flies around as normal, pretty much a standard horizontally scrolling shoot 'em up. The Jeep's on the ground and firing up, and they've got like a turret so they can direct their fire to where they want it to go. And it's this kind of system of setting up crossfires and getting the Jeep to reach places that the helicopter can't reach, and making sure, you see one of my shots is hitting the ground, making sure that I can clear the way for the Jeep to progress, and things like that. But yeah, Silkworm, classic game. And here we've got another game that we've covered recently on the channel. This one's Saint Dragon, a 1990 arcade conversion by Random Access. And yeah, it's just a really, really solid game. It looks the business, controls really well, and has this nice mechanic of having this indestructible tail that you can curl around yourself for protection. Yeah, just a really, really solid shooter, really, really good. It does unfortunately suffer from a little bit of slowdown here and there, and probably the worst thing about the game really is the difficulty spike. When you reach the second level, things just get impossibly difficult. Not impossible. We played it recently in the ST OT, the STOT online tournament. Here you go, you can see that slow down here now. And I'm pretty sure there were some people who made it past the... Whoa, that was close. Past the second stage, but I certainly wasn't one of them. I don't think there were many at all. But yeah, I was hoping to take out the Puma. Do you know what? It's a testament to how good this game is. I just want to keep playing. I want to see if I can take out the really annoying bull that's at the end of this level. There he is. And a game that I was quite rightfully hauled over the coals about was Gauntlet II. How on earth could I miss this from the list last time round? Absolute classic at the arcades, brilliant 4-player dungeon romp. and brought to the ST so well in 1988 by US Gold of all people. One of the great things about Atari ST Gauntlet 2 is the fact that the 4-player mode makes it across as well. So I think you had to have some kind of special interface or something, but still, it was possible to play 4 players, which is just absolutely fantastic. And it's another one of those games where it's a good game, but it really comes alive in a cooperative setting. I mean, dungeoneering with friends is always better than on your own, isn't it? So, yeah, great game to play with somebody else in tow. And it's just one of those games where it's really repetitive, but you kind of just get into a rhythm. Games don't end, really. Games of Gauntlet 2 don't end. They end when you get bored, I think, more than anything. But you just make your way through the dungeon, you go into the exits to get to the next one. And as long as you both don't die at the same time, you can just continue. Because as long as there's a hero in the world, other people can join in by pressing fire on their joystick. I could tell how much I was obsessed by this as a kid, because you can have a look in some of my exercise books from the time, the late 80s or wherever it was that I was playing this, and you'll see little drawings of all of these enemies and level layouts. I could just stick playing this all day, but I've got other games to share with you. What's that one? Transportability. I'd forgotten that was a pickup in this game. Does that mean I won't use a key? Nah, I should have gone round, shouldn't I? Anyway, Gauntlet 2, absolute classic.
Number 5.
And here's another game that I'm absolutely kicking myself over for not including in the original video. It's Golden Axe. I mean, what an absolutely classic arcade. I discovered the arcade in Birmingham Airport, of all places. My uncle was waiting for his flight to go to New York. I don't know if it was delayed or something. We were certainly a captive audience anyway, as if we were waiting for his flight. And he was just ploughing the 10p's into the Golden Axe machine, and we just played it through. I can't remember if we completed it that day or not. Maybe not. But I was in love with the game from then on. And wanted to play it at home, but obviously had to wait first to get an Atari ST, and then to actually receive it for a birthday one year. I've never wanted to skive off from school so badly as that birthday morning when I got Golden Axe. Now I did have the demo. Oh, that was a bit sneaky, wasn't it? When you had one hand on the joystick, calm down. I did have the demo. The very first issue of ST format that I bought had the Golden Axe demo on, and I think it was just the first level. Maybe even just the first half of the first level. I don't know if those big fellas at the end of this level were in it, but even so, I just played it over and over and over again that Christmas morning. Absolutely loving it. Oh, I missed him. Come here. Give me those potions. There we go. Thank you very much. And a lot of the arcade gamers made it over intact here. I mean, the one down point is the play area is very small, like the field of view, if you like. They've put a border on the top and the bottom here. And it just must be to keep things running smoothly. We already discussed, didn't we, last arcade conversions video, that a lot of people struggled to get the ST to scroll smoothly in the horizontal direction. But obviously if you limit the amount that you have to actually scroll, it makes it easier. I mean, it's still scrolling in chunks of like 16 pixels or something, so it's not great. But yeah, I mean, I certainly didn't care. And I've had these kind of discussions with people a lot, with the various games that we played. You often didn't care that you had an inferior version to your Amiga owning buddies, or it wasn't quite as good as the arcade. You had what you had, and you found the joy in it. Oh, he's got my ride. Oh, I can't get him. This guy's... Oh my word, I'm getting absolutely battered. Anyway, yes, I could quite easily get sucked into playing this one for ages as well. But I won't. Why can't I hurt you? There you go. But yeah, oh no, I was just saying, wasn't I, that quite a lot of the game makes it over intact. A lot of the enemies are here. A lot of the different moves you can do have made it over. Even those, you know, single button joystick, you can still do, I think, pretty much all the things you can do from the arcade. Maybe there's fewer animations, definitely fewer colours, and the resolution's lower, but still, it's the gameplay that's important, and that certainly made it through.
Number 6.
And here's a game that I'm including not because I think it should be included. In fact, I've never played it. This will literally be the first time I've ever played it. But so many people have mentioned it in the past. When we've spoken about shoot-em-ups, people mention this as a really good one on the ST. And also, after the arcade conversion video, lots of people in the comments saying that this was a particularly good one. So I thought I'd give it a go. And here we go. So this is by Source. And as far as I know, are they the guys? I think it is. I think the programmer of this also programmed Platoon, which isn't a particularly good Atari ST game. So yeah, I don't have high hopes. No, I have faith in you and your opinions. I'm sure it's great. I don't know why. Okay, F1, one player. Oh, no, I'm changing it. Okay, so that I need one player. I want joystick 1. And I don't want to redefine keys. I want to start game. Let's go. Alright, we're flying over northern France in our P-47. Let's see what havoc we can cause. Okay. Oh, I got hit. Oh, I got a power up. We've got some missiles now. Nice. Can I use auto fire here? I don't need to. I can just hold fire, but fantastic. Another power. Oh, now I've got 4 missiles. Looking good. Okay, initial impressions are that it's quite simplistic. I'm getting kind of like UN Squadron vibes, obviously with the aeroplane, and it's the fact that it's a horizontal shooter. Now I've got some kind of balls that I'm firing out. Oh, I see, it's a missile it's like a cluster bomb. The missile fires out and then splits off into lots and lots of balls. That's quite a cool power-up. The graphics are very simplistic, and the sound effects too. It's worth pointing out that this is quite an early ST shoot 'em up, really. Oh, now I can shoot in the direction that I'm travelling in with these little rhombuses. Huh, that's interesting. Now, a game being simplistic is not necessarily a bad thing. One of the... Oh, blimey. That's 2 lives in quick succession there. One of the... Oh, I'm trying to remember. Plutos. One of the best shoot-em-ups, or one of the shoot-em-ups I really enjoy on the ST is Plutos, and that's ridiculously simple. Oh, that's a bit sneaky. Alright, here we go. Let's kill the train. Oh, it's a very heavily armoured train. Maybe I just need to shoot the things that are on the train. Whoa! It's nice to have bombs for this section. Glad I picked those up. But I should watch out for stuff that can shoot up. Oh, it got me again. game over. But there you go. I don't feel I can give a full opinion on it after such a quick go, but I did want to include it here in the video because so many of you mentioned it, and it does look pretty cool actually. I'll definitely come back and give it another go.
Number 7.
And here we've got Sly Spy Secret Agent on the Atari ST. This was a Data East arcade, and the ST version came out in 1990, made by Software Creations, who were a bit of a dab hand at converting arcade machines to the ST. And we'll have a look at the quality of this one right here. Oh no, security clearance code. Yes! I have a feeling anything we entered would have worked, but still. And great thing about this is the arcade is, you know, it's one of those arcades with multiple different levels, and almost like a collection of mini games, all held together by these platform shooting sections. And loads of the arcade just makes it through intact in this ST version, which is super impressive. You can see here we start off with this skydiving section, but then there's a motorbike section and multiple levels of running and gunning. We do have limited ammo, so that's worth bearing in mind. I think that would have been more ammo, but didn't quite get there in time. Anyway, we're here. Let's have a look at what's next. Hey, the presentation's great, isn't it? Lovely graphics, big sprites. It's basically the best Bond game on the ST, even if it's not really a Bond game. Now here you can see we're collecting these G's, which is building up towards me. Ooh! Get out of the fire, man! I don't seem to be able to move. I think I've just got to survive long enough and kill enough of the enemy. I can't seem to go any further than that, which is a shame. Seeing there's a G right there ready to be collected. Maybe I'm just trying to protect Abraham Lincoln from these dastardly types. It appears there is a story that I never really paid attention to, and I'm still not paying attention to. And here we go with another section. So we've got motorbike racing this time. Unfortunately, I've kept my paltry amount of life from the last round, so I'm not sure how long I'll last here. More bullets, please. Thank you. We're getting pretty close on the golden gun as well. It'd be nice to see that in action. Oh, spoke too soon. There you go, that's Sly Spy. Good game.
Number 8.
Another game that I regret not including on my original list here, Ghouls and Ghosts, again by Software Creations, and it's a really, really good translation of the arcade machine. Almost too good, really, because the difficulty of the arcade original has made it across as well, unfortunately. But I tell you, there's something that's even better than the arcade machine on the ST version, and that's the soundtrack. it's just so good. Tim Follin was an absolute genius on the ST. So many cool soundtracks. It's so good I don't want to press the fire button to play the game. I'd rather just listen to this. Oh well, if you press fire we get to listen to a different theme. So good. Yeah, you won't get much commentary from me during this game. Far too busy just enjoying the music. It's almost a crime to talk over this, isn't it? This is one of the things that's brilliant about the arcade original. Just how it shows you how much life you've got left. Well, you get 2 hits, don't you? Anyway, great game. Like I say, most of the games made it across. Really nice conversion. It's just a bit too hard, too difficult, but I'd fire it up with the trainer on just to play through it and listen to all the different tunes that are in the game, because there's some absolute bangers.
Number 9.
And here we go with a Blastoids, 1988 conversion of who did the original arcade? I don't know, but Tengen it says. So Atari, right? It's got to be Atari. But this is obviously an updated version of Asteroids, updated to include all sorts of power-ups and stuff. But one of the best things that it does include is I don't want medium. Oh no! One of the best things it includes is a co-op mode. One of the things that's yes, I know. I'm aware of such things. Oh, I so didn't want to be in medium. I'm not good enough for medium. Okay, but yeah, as I was saying, you can play co-op in this, which is great. I mean, co-op Asteroids is amazing. Also, this hint system, how ahead of its time is this? Very cool. And what you can actually do while you're playing a co-op mode is one of you can, I should mention actually, before I talk about that you can change between different configurations of ship. So here I can change into a speeder. You press down on the joystick and this is much faster. Or you can switch to the warrior, it's much bigger, has heavy armour. Or, kind of a halfway house here with the medium ship. Oh dear, I'm dead already. But yeah, it's difficult, especially if you go through the medium warp. At the beginning it would have been nice to go through the noob warp. Get it? Yes. And what you can do is, if you get one player to be the big fat warrior ship and then another one to be the smaller speeder ship, the smaller speeder ship can actually dock with the bigger ship and basically become a turret, which is really cool. That? Do I want that? I'm guessing I want that. Ah, fuel capacity. Nice. Right, let's get rid of this guy. Yeah, just a great version of Asteroids, and the fact that it's got this kind of co-op mode and they've actually thought of how to implement it really well just elevates it. Great game.
Number 10.
And the last game on the list today is Bombjack. Fantastic game here, converted by Paradox, I believe. I think they did yeah, there you go, Paradox. I don't think they did a lot on the ST. It's not a name that I recognise from anywhere else anyway. But Bombjack's such a great arcade game. I always think if I couldn't have a Bubble Bobble machine, I think Bombjack would be my second choice of an arcade to have in my home. There's just something about this game that I could play it over and over again. The arcade version is just absolutely fantastic. Now, the SD version's not arcade perfect. There are definitely some elements missing here. Let's get that P. I need a P. I need a P. No, I missed the P. There we go. But enough of the game has made it across to make it just a fabulous conversion. And what a game. Oh, just even playing one stage of it now brings it all back. And where this version is a real winner is... Oh no, I missed it again. Uh-oh. Right, I can get it this time. Here we go. Is in how Jack controls. He controls brilliantly. It's just like the arcade where you can decide how high you want to jump by just pressing the fire button or pressing up in the fire when you're jumping. Ooh. What are we doing here? Oh. And there's always that constant like risk reward every single stage. You've got to kind of keep your eye on where all of the enemies are. And obviously you can get more points by collecting bombs that are lit. And each enemy behaves in a certain way, so if you can keep your eye on who's where, you kind of know where to go, where's relatively safe and where isn't safe. Oops. Oh, I thought I was done for there. Okay, there's a P. Can I get the P? It's over there. Come on, P, help me out. Thank you. Nice. Oh. Yeah, you get a little grace period of when the enemies have spawned but won't kill you. I was lucky there. Oh, there's so many enemies here. Right, let's just get the other bombs. Let's play it safe. He says, almost dying when playing it safe. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, nearly made it, nearly made it. But yeah, what a great game. Love this game, Bombjack. Anyway, that's the list then for today, guys. What else have I got? There are a few more games I'd like to talk about, but maybe in a future video. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not quite enough for another 10. So I'd love to hear your recommendations. What haven't we included yet? If you haven't watched the first video, I'll put a link to that in the description so you can go and watch it. And obviously we've got this lot, but what haven't I mentioned yet? Like I say, I need 2 more for another 10 and then we can make a third video. But there's so many on the ST. You gotta love it. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching, guys. Take care.